I have a history in education in constructivist schools, John Dewey schools. I got my teaching degree from Lewis and Clark College, and now I'm here. And this is a wonderful, wonderful school. When I found out about SUMA and started doing the training, I was so deeply impressed by how devoted SUMA is to the development of each child as a unique individual, devoted to finding out what the needs are. Sometimes something looks a certain way and it's really easy to react in a knee-jerk like that. But really finding out what is the need, being able to find and meet that need, and then to watch just these children develop in incredible, incredible ways. I also have a background in gardening, outside stuff, and so I get my kids' hands dirty as much as possible. We go outside 4 times a day this year. We've got a lot of really big, active kiddos, and we just have so much fun. And I think for 4-year-olds and 5-year-olds, that is one of the biggest things, is so much fun. They need to explore with their bodies, they need to explore with their minds, they need to explore what it means to be with peers, what it means to learn new things. And that's why we call it the Exploratorium. That's why we call those kiddos the explorers. And I think that's one of the really wonderful things that we get to offer them here. As far as what happens in the Exploratorium every day, it's absolutely an adventure. We do everything from play in the rice table, which has been a coffee shop. The rice table has been a coffee shop. It has been a demonstration of what is in human blood with the white blood cells, red blood cells, and platelets. It has been a zoo, it has been a beach, it has been so many things just in that one little sensory rice table. We have Muscle Beach in my classroom, which is where we have weights and we have wobble boards and we have resistance bands, because so many of those kids just need to get that energy through their body all the time. So that's available for the kiddos all the time to do. We learn letters and phonemic awareness through dual modalities. So right now we're using zoophonics for the kiddos, which pairs a movement with each sound and also connects it to an animal in a zoo. So for example, like Bubba Bear eats honey and he goes buh, buh, but when he eats honey. So every letter has that. The kids get to get it in their bodies, they get to repeat it, and then when we sit down to write stories, and they say, how do you spell this word? I say, listen, what do you hear? What words do you hear? And then they can start to go, oh, it's Katina cat, it's a C. And then they can start to write it out that way. And it's really all about empowering them to figure things out, giving them giving them the tools that they need to do it in a way that they can do it. We have a lot of connections this year, especially with our oldest grade, or our oldest group rather, the Onyx room. Those are like the middle schoolers. So we pair them up a lot with our 4-year-old and 5-year-olds, and they're actually teaching my kiddos sign language. So we go up every week and we learn new signs, which is again that dual modality thing. So that's just some of the ways that we all connect. Math in the Exploratorium is very bodied. It's very, it's about internalizing and embodying the understanding of more than, less than, what's this plus this. So for example, we started math this year using weights and pulling them. We have a 5-pound and we have a 2-pound. Which one do you think is going to be harder to pull across? And then they got to try it and they got to experience it. And we made a balance scale using a rope and 2 buckets and a chin-up bar, and put the weights in, to see that is more than that, and they're really working on internalizing that at this age anyhow, but to give it to them in a way where their bodies are understanding it just sets them up. It gives a great foundation to just keep going. So that's a little peek into the Exploratorium.